I don't date black. Black cops love rejected by billionaire. Heiress, until fate turns their worlds upside down. He stood at the edge of the grand marble driveway, his police badge still catching a faint shimmer from the golden mansion lights, but his heart heavier than the gun strapped to his side. Officer Marcus Hayes, a man of honor and service, wasn't just any cop. He was the son of a working-class mother who raised him through sacrifice and prayer, the man who wore his uniform not for money but for dignity, respect, and the belief that justice could heal wounds. Tonight, though, he wasn't here for law or duty. He was here for her. Isabella Sterling, heiress to the Sterling Empire, daughter of a billionaire who ruled skyscrapers and banks as if they were kingdoms. Marcus had fallen for her quietly, the way rain falls on stone, gentle, patient, inevitable. They had shared glances across charity galas when his squad was assigned for security, fleeting conversations that felt like stolen pieces of eternity. He thought maybe, just maybe, she saw past the uniform, past the badge, past the skin that society too often judged before the man. But when he finally stood before her, a single red rose trembling in his hand, his heart laid bare in words that cracked from his chest. "Isabella, I love you." Her laugh cut him deeper than any bullet ever could. "Love you?" she repeated, her voice laced with disbelief, her blue eyes colder than diamonds. "You're a cop, Marcus. A black cop from the streets. I'm a Sterling, a billionaire heiress. You don't belong in my world, and you never will." The rose slipped slightly in his hand, petals trembling like his heart. Around them, the glow of luxury mocked his simplicity. The polished Rolls-Royce gleamed. The marble pillars rose like arrogant monuments to wealth. He searched her face for even a flicker of doubt, but all he saw was pride, a fortress guarding her from his truth. She turned her back, stepping toward the car, her heels clicking against the marble like gavel strikes of judgment. The door shut, the engine purred, and she was gone, leaving him alone in the shadow, clutching a rose that now felt more like a wound than a gift. Days bled into weeks, and Marcus drowned his heartbreak in silence. On duty, he was the unshakable cop, the protector of the city. Off duty, he was a man replaying her words in the dark. "You don't belong, you never will." But fate, ruthless and relentless, was already writing a script neither of them could imagine. One night, as storm clouds strangled the city, a call came through Marcus's radio, a high-speed chase. Masked men targeting a Sterling Foundation gala, reports of hostages. His heart clenched when he heard the name, Isabella. Without hesitation, he sped into the chaos, sirens wailing against thunder. Inside the glass-walled banquet hall, billionaires cowered beneath chandeliers while gunmen shouted threats. And there, amidst the terror, stood Isabella, her flawless white gown torn at the shoulder, her diamonds stripped by greedy hands. Her eyes no longer cold but wide with fear. The moment Marcus burst through, weapon drawn, everything shifted. His voice, steady yet burning, cut through the noise. "Let her go." The criminals sneered at the uniform they once mocked. But within minutes, through grit, skill, and courage, Marcus disarmed one, tackled another, and stood between Isabella and death itself. Bullets cracked, glass shattered, chaos reigned. But Marcus shielded her with his own body, dragging her to cover, whispering, "Stay behind me, no matter what." When the final gunman fell and silence drowned the storm, Isabella clung to his arm, her proud facade shattered. Her tears stained his uniform as she whispered, "Marcus, I thought you were beneath me, but tonight you stood above everyone. You saved me. You saved us all." He looked at her, his chest heaving, his heart torn between the love he still carried and the wound of her rejection. "You didn't want me when all I had to offer was love," he said quietly, his eyes piercing through her soul. "Don't want me now just because I gave you my life." Her tears spilled harder. "I was blind, blinded by my world, my wealth, my pride. I saw your uniform, your color, your class, but I never saw you. Not the man, not the heart. Marcus, I was wrong." She reached for his hand, trembling. "Give me a chance to make it right." For the first time, Marcus didn't see the billionaire heiress. He saw a woman stripped of arrogance, begging not for a savior, but for forgiveness. The rose he once held now lived only in memory. But her eyes, red from crying, carried a different promise. And fate, the cruel architect of pain, had turned their worlds upside down only to stitch them together in ways money could never buy, as flashing red and blue lights flooded the scene. Reporters snapping photos, police swarming the aftermath. Isabella clung to him not as a sterling, but as a woman in love with the man she once rejected. And though the world would never stop judging, a billionaire with a black cop, a story that shook class, race, and pride their hearts no longer cared. Because sometimes it takes rejection to reveal truth, and sometimes it takes danger to prove love. And for Marcus and Isabella, their story was only just beginning, born from heartbreak, baptized in fire, and destined to echo louder than the world's disbelief.